Hey, what's up everybody? This is Tim with the Nintendo Dads, and I got a cat tail in my face and trying to move some stuff out of the cat's way so she could get comfortable. But anyways, yes, this is Tim with the Nintendo Dads checking out Worldless for the Nintendo Switch. Thanks to our friends Thunderful and Noname Games. They sent us an early review copy of this, and I've been able to play this before launch, so I'm always grateful for those opportunities to check out a game before launch. So thanks to them for that. But I was writing this out, getting ready to write like a synopsis of what I've been playing and sharing what I've been doing, but I figured that's not my style. If you guys have watched any of the videos I do, I'm mainly talking about what I'm playing, doing what I've learned so far and all that kind of stuff. So what I'm going to do is kind of a mishmash of things. I'm going to try to talk about some of the notes I took down. I'm going to try to show off some of the video I took while playing the game, and then I'm going to play a little bit of what I'm currently doing in the game. But I don't want to give away too much because it doesn't seem like this game is going to be very long. Because I got an early review copy, I don't know how long this game is going to take to beat. But as I get to talking, you'll see how far I am into it, and then you'll kind of get a gauge of maybe how long of a game this is. So I've been playing this game for several hours, and what I've learned is this. Well, let's start off with what I've written down so far, or some of the notes I got from the eShop as well. So again, this game comes out on, well shoot, I didn't write down when it comes out. I believe it comes out on the 21st. Let's see, yes, the 21st for the Nintendo Switch on the eShop. And it's going to be 20 bucks there. And it is an adventure platformer that features a turn-based action combat system. So that's the description it gave, but I also feel like it's a little bit of a Metroidvania as well. So that really intrigued me when I saw the video as well about this game when I first saw it over the summer. But also too, when we saw the trailer for this, I noticed something else, and it also tells it here. It requires both strategy and timing because it is turn-based. It's action, but it's also turn-based. So like these moves here that you see that I've got recorded, I'm attacking this character here based on a set of moves that I've learned over time playing the game. And I have basically a ranged weapon, I have a melee weapon, and also I have, when I attack creatures, I have to do it a certain way, and I also have to parlay or block their moves as well, and I do that when they attack, but that's the action part of it. So when they're attacking, I gotta hit B for the horizontal attack lines, or Y for the vertical attack line. So I'll show that in a minute here. If you watch when that character goes to attack me, there's a two horizontal lines I have to block for. So I hit B there. When that creature attacks again, they're going to do you'll see a vertical line by them that comes up. Maybe not this one, but vertical line comes up, and then I have to hit the Y button to attack that. And that's basically attacking, I think, physical attacks or magical attacks, if I remember correctly. Also, there's a meter in the lower right corner where you have to hit this enemy with different ways of giving them damage, and when you get above that line, you can then hit a button to then activate taking basically a coup de grace. You can kill them and then get their power, or at least get a skill to add to your skill tree. You get orbs, or you get orange diamonds in a way. This one's going to be an orange diamond that you can get to add to the skill tree, and each one will give you different skills on the skill tree. In fact, let's go back here. We've been kind of just on this video a long time, so let me go to one of the videos I have here with the skill tree. So here's one, and I'll pause it real quick here. So here's where I've gotten really far into it. Basically, this is the skill tree that you can get. And in fact, let me go to my arrows here. Give me a second. And I will pull that up. If I can get my computer to work with me here. All right, you probably saw some arrows come across the screen here, but we got that going, and let me actually go back to the game because I'm in a good place to do this at. Oh, look, here's the skill tree now. All right. No, this is actually not the skill tree. This is the map. All right, but we'll come back to this. So here's the skill tree. Every time you defeat an enemy, you start off with blank spots, kind of like this one here, where that is just a circle. And then there's a diamond spot here where if you get an orange diamond, you can fill that in. But every time you have to, every time you get defeat an enemy and you fill in the tree, you get to unlock these areas. But as you can see, they're not all just circles and diamonds in a row. Some will block other areas, so you have to be strategic on who you're going to beat. And you can do that by going to the map. And you start off here on this, or at least I did. In the wrong screen here. I started off here and worked my way across the map. And I got to about here, fell down, and had to get some things, went back around, and all that kind of stuff. But as you can see, when I went across this map, I got an orange diamond here, and that allowed me to apply one orange diamond to my skill tree. There's times when I got through the map, like eventually when I went across to here, that teleported me back to over here, and I could do the things that were needed over here. So as I went across the map, I got orange, orange, then blue, and then orange again, then blue, blue, back again around, so on and so forth, to where then I was able to unlock certain skills on my skill tree. Again, this skill tree here. So there's where you have to decide, okay, if I beat this person or beat this enemy, then I can add it to my skill tree. So why are you trying to do all this? Essentially, there is a your entities who are fighting opposing entities with the same or with certain goals. One half is fixated on the virtue of their nature, and the other is seeking to exchange it for their demise. So you are, as you can see, you're like a blue energy being fighting against the orange and black type energy beings. And you'll see a story at the beginning kind of showing off the two and others across the cosmos doing this eternal fight for right and wrong and all that kind of stuff, where one thinks they're doing the right thing and the other thinks they're doing the right thing. So as you're doing this, the only story you're getting is from beings that you run into throughout the way, in between transversing through the cosmos, or going between those teleportation areas. See, I have one of these areas where I think I'm talking to them. I can show you. So here we go. There's this one here. So I just got through a fight. Going through the map. Let's see. Here we go. I'm going to see through the traversing through this area, and I'm talking to this being here, and they're trying to figure out, why are you fighting? Why this endless conflict? What's the purpose of this? You know, all that kind of stuff. So that's the only type of story you're getting. It's still interesting too, because I'm finding it, trying to figure it out myself. Why is this character doing this, and all that kind of stuff. And there's some little hints and things that kind of help you put things together. One thing you see is when you look at the map, you're constantly chasing that other entity throughout the cosmos here, throughout the maps. Let's see if I can get to the map here. Whoops, I hit the wrong button. So pause. All right. So here I am trying to, let's see, I'm here. Wait, where am I in the map here? I'm here in the map. I'm at this point, and the enemy I'm chasing through the cosmos is here. This orange dot, it blinks on and off while I'm doing this. So let's see, unpause. You can see it's blinking and pointing there where my enemy is, and I am here trying to get to that person. So, and then this is where I am going through also a point to where in this gray area you can transverse through all of these different parts of the map. Hopefully I'm saying the right word here. You're trying to travel to all these parts of the maps. Each line represents different sections of the worlds you're going to go to, and like here, I'm here, and this line will be one map. This line is where I started, and I'm going through different areas, and these dotted lines help me travel to this section of the map. And they're different environments too when you go to different ones, and you can see the white dot means I've gone to those places. Doesn't necessarily mean I completed them, but I've gone there. And I haven't gone to these because they're hollow. So that's what I'm trying to do, is trying to get through all of these and trying to chase not myself, but chase the enemy, or what I suppose is my enemy. The other one I'm trying to find, I'd see if I can find it. I thought I kept it somewhere. Nope, that's the fight. Never mind. Basically, one of the cool scenes that I saw here, and you guys will see it if you're playing this game, is I was running across water and came across my reflection, or at least I thought it was my reflection, but it was the reflection of my enemy, like opposite of me. It was supposed to be my reflection, but it was the enemy. So that's what made me think of, is that me fighting myself, or is it truly my enemy, or are we one and the same and just split? So it's very interesting. I'm finding it a very fascinating story. It is difficult. I've done many. There's been a few boss fights where I had to do it multiple times. But this will, again, I'm in the gray kind of like map area where I can go to these different worlds that I've unlocked and can get to them. So I can't get to this one yet. I got to find another way because the doorway didn't open. So, and I can use, whoops, pressing the wrong buttons here. All right, so I can use this to figure out where I need to go. Right now I'm here in this world's entrance. I can go back here and try to, I think one of these travel points, this travel point leads me to here, I want to say. And then I can go across and go to there, where this person is. So that's why this unlocked, and then I can finally unlock this one, probably. Then there's another line, and I'm not sure where that goes. It may go to the top part of here instead of this one going here. But I haven't been able to figure out that one. So what I might do is just go check that out and see what I can do. And then that way you guys can see some action here. Let's see. Let's try this one. So again, it's about timing. It's not about button mashing. It's not a hack and slash. It's turn-based, where I have to input some of the things that I'm going to be doing and time it. And let me see if I can actually, I'm here. Let me go back here to my videos and see what I can share. I believe there should be a good fight here somewhere where it shows me doing the timing. Let's try this one. Nope, not that one. There's some things, that's right, I saved this one because there's some things that are already dead. And you're basically like going in and taking their power. You're taking the orb to add to your skill tree. So a lot of times, there's a few times where you're not actually having to fight. You gain this power. All right, so this is that talking part again. Let's see now. Oh, this is fun too. So I was learning like, okay, what do I have to do to get across there? It looked like it was a wall jump thing. So I basically had to learn how to do the wall jump on the fly. And then you have to land on these just right so it shoots you up. You gotta get enough momentum. There, I got the wall. And then back and forth. So there we go. I was trying to get over there. Okay, nope. We already saw that. Yeah, hitting water, you die. Or regenerate. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong thing. Keep going to the same spot. Let's try over here. Alright, so this is a creature I'm fighting that's got a blue orb, and I have to do certain things. Again, the B button is your melee, or your physical attack. Y is your magical attack, which is lightning for me. A, I think, does frost now. But there's also, too, a timing. Like I said, when you fill the orb, in this case, up past that line to the right here, and you fill this up here, and that will get filled up quicker when I do different hits of things. Once it passes there, then you'll be able to see, hit the left and right button when it comes back up. And I have my attack meter filled up, and then you got to hit the buttons the right way to basically absorb its power. So I'm laughing because there was question marks there. So I'm going to try to get there so I can show you what happened there. Alright, so I'll run up. Alright, so this is where, when you go to absorb it, you hit the left and right buttons and you're going to absorb its power. If you get higher on the orb here, it will unlock what these buttons are if you get higher up there. But if you pass the line and you want to attempt it, you can. But you can only see a certain amount of buttons to press, and then these you have to guess. For me, I got lucky because I was able to get it, hit AA, and then figure out what the other buttons were going to be. Sorry about that, I hit the wrong button. So that was... it will show you just really quick, like what those buttons are. There, see, I figured it was X, and then the last moment I figured out what that was, and I don't know, I didn't catch it. So, but then I was able to absorb an orb and use that for my skill tree. All right. All right, now we're here. Now I can figure out how do I get up there, because that's an orb I can get. And that is an orb, I think, that's on my map that I need to get to. Yeah. So there I am, where I'm blinking on the map here. I actually went through this one, not this one. That's fine. I wanted to go there, here anyways. But there's an orb I can capture there because it's hollow. So I got to figure out how to get up there to get to it. Or just go across. I may not have the ability there. And that's why I feel like it's got some Metroidvania elements, because there's some areas that I can go back after I get an ability and reach. Metroidvania, right? So, alright. So let's take a look here if I can find where to go. Oh good, that was... So one of the things I earned was this ability to kind of dash, and that's hitting the shoulder button. And here I am, I dashed my way across. I can get across the bigger gaps. And right here I can't go across because I'm blocked by a doorway. I have to be able to get to the other side to open that up somehow. So we'll go around this way. All right, so also again, like I said, you can do a perfect parry. Like if you've played Tears of the Kingdom or Breath of the Wild, if you do the perfect parry, it gives you some kind of bonuses or buffs. In this case, I was able to block that rock that character threw at me by hitting Y because it was up above, I guess. So I'm still trying to grasp everything, whether it's magical or physical, or if it's really just horizontal and vertical. But again, I hit Y because it was more of a vertical attack. And then I got no damage to my meters. It's kind of dark right now, but you can see my meters down here. If I don't do a perfect block or perfect parry, I will get some damage. It will block some of it so I don't take too much, but I'll get some damage. If I do perfect, then I won't take any damage. And also there's some buffs to my weapons based on some of the skills I got. So so there's that. And let me get over here. Let me try. Oh, I can't pause it. I have to figure out how to break that shield. Whoops, I didn't block it. Wrong button. Trying to think about what to talk about here. My meter's going down to attack too, so I gotta watch this. There we go. I'm trying to do different attacks so I can get some power there. Dang it. Wasn't paying attention. This is not going well. So I have to time it real well. And I don't know if it's because of the way I'm sharing my screen too. I may need to switch this over here. I think I got most of the information out of the way. So let me turn this on here so I can see it on my screen and not worry about timing. Because if I'm watching the screen on OBS, there's a slight delay where it's going to affect my timing. There we go. All right. So I got that going over there. All right, there we go. So let's resume. I may have to do this fight again with some concentration on it. Doggone it. Oh, the timing was worse on that one. All right, so you don't die. You have to reset the fight. So I got to start all over. I didn't block that one in well enough, so I got some damage. Okay, that was just me not getting the right buttons, apparently. Am I not hitting the right buttons? Must not be hitting the right blocks. Nope. Let me do this. Alright, so I did flee. Let me go out of here real quick. Because I am not doing something right, and I must have forgot already which way is which. Alright, so here's the tutorials. Defense, what I was talking about. Physical guard is B, hold B. And magical guard is Y. So that's the vertical lines. B is the horizontal line. So if you see the horizontal line, you hold B and you gotta time it. So it says use the appropriate guard just before the enemy attacks to executes a perfect guard. And you'll see that by the flash of light. So I was right. The B, my timing is just off. B is for the horizontal line. Let me just make sure. All right, B is for the physical horizontal line. That's what it was. Yep. Okay. All right, let's go back now. And I am not sure exactly what that counts for, that rock, when he throws it, because I don't see a line. It might, oh, it's a special, that's why. Wow. Told you I had to do this a few times where I had to fight. Nope. Nope. I want to get that right. I gotta get that right. Come on, I was getting it before. What the heck? Why am I not getting that? What did I forget? Alright. Absorptions. Attack the enemy and filling its tank. Nope, that's the absorptions, vulnerabilities, combat advice. Attack types. That's what I was looking for. Okay, that's what I was talking about. The vertical and horizontal attacks. Star flashes. I think that's what that was. Physical and magic. Fusion attacks can only be perfect guarded or guard impacted after unlocking the skill. Alright, so these are all the skills I've acquired. That's the arrows. Got divide, timing, perfect timing, sword charge, release, guard, layer, break bonus, layer, break bonus, early guard impact, requires less attacks. Requires less attacks guarded or perfect guarded to ready a guard impact. Okay. Guard impact and early guard impact. So it doesn't matter what button I press. Come on, we're gonna get this. I had it before. Why can't I get it before? I had it when I was showing you the first time, I thought. Am I doing it too early? Too late. At least it doesn't seem like it's too late. What the heck? That was me. Wrong button. See? This is a fun game though. It just means I need to get better at this or something like that. Or maybe I'm not ready for this area. So I may have to go back. So let's go across here. All right. Well, then I can't go there. Oh, I can go this way though. This is a new area for me, so that's interesting. Oh, I gotta be, this is supposed to be one of those fast ones. Alright, let's see what's the best way to go about this. Can I climb up on that? Nope. Let's go. Oh shoot, that didn't help. Let's try it again. Got it. Faster. Nope. Where should I go for this? What? That doesn't seem right. I'm gonna have to figure out how to get there quicker unless there's something I'm missing. Whoops. Whoops. Oh, I guess I can't run across there that way. I'm not sure. It's gotta be something. Else. Maybe another thing to get here. Oh, another thing to fight. Maybe prove I don't know what the heck I'm doing here. You and I can't do that. I got it. Lack of concentration here, apparently. I could do that too. Gun it. Okay. So I am not doing very well on showing you guys how to play this game. Hopefully you guys saw that I was a lot farther along, and it does get definitely tougher. So, but this is a very good game so far, and I'm enjoying my time with it. And it does require lots of concentration because, again, you got to time the buttons for what you're hitting. What you got to be able to know what you're hitting it to, hitting it with. As you saw there, it was immune to some of my hits, so I gotta basically use the melee or the up close hits to try to hit it better. So, and I have to beat it. So in order to get to the next area or to get that orb, each of these areas I have to be, in order to get onto the next phase, I have to be able to get through them. So timing is going to be a factor, especially with blocking. And blocking is a huge factor, as you saw, where I have to be able to block at the right moments in order to survive and also be able to get the orbs or the diamonds filled up and absorb them and move on. Of course, you can move on, like I was doing here. You can beat them by getting their health down, but you don't get to absorb their energy. So let's see here. I was going after this rock guy, and I beat him, but I didn't absorb him because I didn't break his shield. He's basically wearing a rock shield around himself. So see, I broke the shield, and then now I'm fighting him. But when I fight him, I get up there. Not enough to figure out what his absorption keys are. And then there I was trying again. Still didn't figure it out, and they gain health back too when you don't figure it out in time. And there's also an arrow there that shows, or not an arrow, a snowflake there that shows that that's a weakness they have, is the snowflake. Eventually, though, I get to where I figure it out, that last key, and I was able to absorb them. But what I wanted to show was the fact that you get to a certain point, keep fighting them. Like this creature I was fighting, I was trying to get them above that line to absorb their energy or their diamond, but in this case I don't. But that's okay. I can still pass this creature and come back to it if I want to try again to absorb its power. So see, I destroyed it. That means I got to go. I can pass it, but that does not mean I can absorb it. So I can always come back to it though, which is always nice. So in this case, I just recorded when I actually did absorb it. There's also these things here, as I ran up to it, you collect, where, nope, that's not what I want. So right here, you can faintly see it. There's, let's go back to my screen here. Switching screens made it go weird. All right, so back to here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then there's a sixth one. It starts off small, I think. I forget what the first numbers were, but when you collect all 6, it helps you to get a bigger energy bar. So But that is Worldless for the Nintendo Switch. It's also out on Steam, or will be out on Steam if it isn't already. I would highly recommend going to check it out if you like these kind of games. It is a different take on Metroidvania type games, I think. Platformers as well, if you will, action-based platformers. It kind of combines all these different things, and it does get tougher and tougher, just like a Metroidvania game does. And but it's something I've been wanting to conquer. So I give it that much for not making me necessarily not want to come back to it. It's definitely making me want to come back to it and keep on trying. So highly recommend this, and I would say put it on your wish list if this is interesting to you. Otherwise, go out, check it out, and let me know what you guys think, and let me know how long it took you to beat it. Because I know a lot of you out there are a lot better gamers than I am. So, but like I said, when I'm fully immersed into it, I feel great. I feel really powerful as this character, especially with getting all the things I've gotten, all the different things in the skill tree that I've received to become, as powerful as I am. But still, it's still a challenge to fight against these characters, these other bosses. All right, well, this is Tim with the Nintendo Dads, checking out Worldless. And again, thanks to our friends Thunderful and Noname Games for giving us a chance to check this out. I'm going to continue to play this, and I'll probably be talking about it on the podcast, depending on how far I get, and feel like it's worthy to talk about, or if I beat it, I'll probably do a review. Until then, again, this is Tim, and I'll check you later. Bye-bye.